So today we are going to make a healthy smoothie using the raspberries and some of the blackberries that I picked right from my backyard. So these are fresh, these are organic, they weren't planted with any kind of pesticides. So these are as fresh as they can be. Because when you think about it, when you buy produce from the store, it takes a few days to actually get there from when it was picked from the tree because the farmers had to pick the produce, then, they had to be boxed and then, sent on a truck. It might have gone across country or maybe it went on a plane. So it actually takes some time before the fruit gets to the grocery store or the vegetables. But these were grown right in my backyard, homegrown, 100% organic, and they're just so sweet and delicious. And that's the one thing over technology I wish we could do is eat and taste and smell all the wonderful treats. But we can practice mindfulness by noticing each of the berries, noticing what's similar, what's different. You even see a little bug crawling because again, these are freshly picked. So before I add them to our smoothie, I'm going to wash them and make sure there's no bugs in the smoothie. But this is as natural and as fresh as you're going to get. So again, we can practice mindfulness by noticing and being aware of our food. So we're going to add some healthy items to our smoothie, and you can do this at home. You can use similar products. Again, use what you have. You can get creative. So as our milk base, I'm going to use a plant-based milk of coconut milk. I'm going to add in some peanut butter for some protein, but again, you could add in any kind of nut butter, whether it's almond butter or sunflower butter, cashew butter. I'm also going to add in some flaxseed and chia seeds, which are great antioxidants. These are good for our brain power, again, strong body, strong mind, and also just being mindful of the food that we're putting into our body. And when we're making our smoothie, we're making it with intention. We're making it with purpose. So always be mindful of the person who you're baking or cooking for, if they have any allergies. So just, again, practicing mindfulness with everything that we do. But we're going to add in some flax seeds and some chia seeds. And we're also going to add in our power greens. So this is a mixture of baby kale, baby red chard, baby spinach, baby collard greens, baby mizuna, and frisee. So greens, again, super antioxidants. They help our body. They help our mind. Again, eating fresh vegetables is really important. And if you don't really like vegetables, especially kale and spinach can have a more bitter taste, putting them in a smoothie is a great way to get all the health benefits of the vegetable without really tasting it, okay? Because we're gonna blend it up in the blender. Always make sure you have an adult around when you're using the blender. I'm also going to add in a banana, so always be careful when you're using a knife. So the first thing that I'm going to do is mindfully cut the banana. So here I have a banana here, and I'm going to cut it up. Cutting board. I'm being mindful and always wash your hands before you cook. I did wash my hands before I started cutting the fruit here. So I have my banana cut up. And again, we can practice mindfulness by observing the banana, what's similar, what's different, even from, the shapes that I cut it from. I'm going to wash the berries so that there's no bugs in them, because again, they were freshly picked right in my backyard by myself. So the berries, they are freshly washed. And now I'm going to put all of our ingredients in the mixer. And again, I want to be super careful because here is the blade. So I don't want to hurt myself. So I need to practice mindfulness. So here in my blender, I'm going to first put in the fruit. So I'm putting in my banana. Just get this little piece off there. Next, I'm going to add in my berries. So again, I have two different types of berries. I have the blackberry and the raspberry. So I'm going to put this in. Okay, next, this. Next, I'm going to shake up the coconut milk and pour some in. So this is for myself, but you know, if I was making this for more than one person, I would, you know, measure, but I'm just using enough for one serving. Next, I'm going to add in the peanut butter, which I need to get a spoon for, and also a spoon for the chia seeds and the flax seeds. So here, this is Smart Balance Creamy Peanut Butter with 320 milligrams of omega-3. Omega-3s are the good, healthy fats for our brain power. So I'm going to take a scoop of the peanut butter, and I'm going to just like that. And then next, I'm going to add in just a spoonful of chia seeds, which I'll show you what chia seeds look like. So here are the chia seeds. We're going to sprinkle them in. Next, we're going to add in the ground flax seed. So this is already grounded up. You can buy it where it looks more like the chia seeds, but this is, I find, easier when it comes to making smoothies. So again, I'm just going to do one scoop of the flax seed. And just, again, what we can notice, what we can compare and contrast. This is flax seed. So again, we're going to sprinkle that in. And before I add in our greens, just to show you what it's looking like, all of the ingredients together. And then this has been triple washed, so it is good to go. And I'm just gonna put in a handful of the greens. All right. And then I have all my ingredients. Of course, if you had more fruits, you could add in an apple, you could add in a pear or a peach or blueberries, strawberries. Again, use what you have. You could also add in an avocado to make it a little creamier. Again, avocados also have good healthy fats. So you could add in additional items based on what you have. So the last step is making sure that the lid is tightly on. All right, so the lid is on, and as you can see, we can see the different ingredients. We see the greens on top, raspberries in the middle, and the milk and the chia seeds are at the bottom. And now I'm going to plug in the blender. This is the Ninja. And then I'm going to make sure it clicks. And I'll just move this a little closer so you can see. It's going to be a little noisy, just so you know. And then I'm going to press the button and it's going to blend it all up. I'm going to blend it for about like a minute, and then I'll look at it. I'll use the spoon to mix it around a little bit more and then do it again. If you're sensitive to any noise, just hit pause or fast forward, or just be mindful of that. All right, here we go. Blend it all up. See, the colors are changing. And then I'm going to stop, and you can see it all comes down. I'm just gonna check in on it. So I'm gonna open up the lid, and I can see there's still some greens that haven't blended up yet. So we are going to put that in there, put the lid back on, put the top on, blend it up some more. Okay, we're going to check in on it again. And now it looks like it's all blended together. As you can see, it's turned into a liquid of our smoothie. So before I, eat this, I want to put it in the refrigerator to make it cold. If I wanted to turn it into like an ice cream or a healthy frozen treat, I could also put it in the freezer if I wanted to. And now I'm going to carefully pour the smoothie into the glass. And as you can see, I know it doesn't look as bright on screen, but it definitely has a pink red color to it. And if you look closely, you can see the little chunks of spinach, the little dots there. So again, you can practice mindfulness by looking at how your smoothie turns out, by smelling it, tasting it, noticing the flavor, savoring the flavor instead of, eating it or drinking it super fast. You actually enjoy, see what you notice. Can you taste the raspberry? Can you taste the chia seeds or the spinach or the healthy greens? You might not, maybe you do. Again, we all have different senses. We all have different taste buds. So again, it's going to be different for everyone. But I recommend after you make your smoothie, chill it for a little bit, or if you have ice cubes, you could always add in some ice cubes. But this is a great healthy treat that, again, you can make for yourself with an adult around, and use what you have. Use the ingredients that you have to make a healthy treat for yourself. And again, this is a raspberry smoothie from the raspberries right from my garden. So thank you so much for tuning in today, Green Wave, and I'll see everyone soon. Namaste.